Hello and welcome to Community Chats. I'm your host, Ali Hammer, and today we're starting our two-part series talking with Brendan DeLeon about Super Retail Group and their cloud journey. So Brendan, we're so excited to have you on the show today to talk about Super Retail Group and what you guys do on the cloud. So to begin, can you start by telling us a little bit about what Super Retail Group is and also a little bit about your role and what it entails as a customer care center manager?
Yeah, sure. So Super Retail Group's an amalgamation of 4 brands. So some very well-known iconic Australia brands. So we've got Super Cheap Auto, Rebel Sport, BCF, and more recently Macpac. So obviously we're an ASX listed company with around 12,000 employees across Australia and New Zealand. So my role within Super Retail Group as the Customer Care Strategic Manager is I look at our contact center strategy, how we're tracking, what our competitors are doing, what our customers are saying, and where we need to be going over the next 12 to 18 months, really moving us from a transactional contact center into a contact center of transformation and change, and feeding back into the business, the insights and the analytics from our customers. Also, I have full financial responsibility for our contact centers across Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I can imagine that this is such a pivotal part of your business. And also, Brendan, in the last 12 months, retail's been quite affected really dramatically. And I'm sure working with customer care has been really different during COVID. So can you tell us a little bit about how you used Amazon Connect to help ensure that your customers were well looked after in this turbulent time?
Yeah, 100%. I guess we were really lucky because we had just embarked on the Amazon Connect journey a couple of months earlier and installed the solution. So I guess when COVID came around, we were in a really agile position to be able to up the team and give them the ability to work from home. But what the Amazon solution really gave us the ability to do was think on our feet with what was actually happening with our customers real time and make those changes in our system to deliver to actually make sure we were delivering that customer experience. So, as you can imagine, things changed on a daily basis with COVID, and with the Amazon Connect solution, it actually gave us the ability to change things on a daily basis. So when Melbourne went into lockdown, we were able to give customers information straight away via the IVR. We're able to get data and analytics based on what calls were coming through a queue. So we set up a specific Melbourne queue to understand what sort of volume was coming. So then we could proactively go out via our website and educate our customers prior to them contacting us. So the Amazon Connect solution was absolutely pivotal in us gaining insights and information throughout that whole time, but also being extremely agile on a day-by-day basis, but also hour by hour, because it was just changing at such a pace. Also gave us the ability to really look after our people. So we were lucky enough to have the sentiment analysis running through Amazon Connect. Not only did it tell us how our customers were feeling, but more importantly, it actually allowed us to see how our people were feeling, our consultants. And we use that to make recruitment decisions. So if we saw that consultant sentiment start to drop, we knew our guys were getting near the stage of burnout. So we were able to pull the trigger early on recruitment. We were able to check in with people to make sure they were okay, because we were able to see that sentiment at an individual level. So, I guess a lot of businesses, by all means, there was a lot of stuff going on from a customer and the business perspective. We were able to use the solution to see from a people perspective as well. We got some of our highest engagement scores come back from our people in our annual survey about feeling valued by the business. And I don't think we would have been able to do that without the Connect solution and what it gave us the ability to do.
Wow, that's really cool and really interesting for me, because as you said, a lot of businesses use it, to check out how their customers are feeling. But I've never actually thought about, monitoring your own people is, of course, so important.
The health and wellbeing piece was obviously critical during COVID. And, rather than us having to go around and check with everyone, because obviously they're working remotely, this gave us the ability to do this monitoring behind the scenes and go, hey, I'm really noticing something's going on here. So from a mental health and wellbeing piece, I'm going to do a duty of care check-in.
Wow, so cool. So fascinating as well to hear about how you've been able to evolve your business by using the cloud during such uncertain times. And, we've spoken already about how you've used Amazon to manage data internally, but what does access to data in the cloud mean for your customers?
Yeah, look, I mean, in terms of access to data in the cloud for customers, I mean, again, that retail space is forever changing, and, having that data available. I mean, if I go back to the days before Amazon and before we had the cloud, I mean, we had no insights at all from our customers. So our guys used to just give us general feedback about this is what was driving calls, this was what was driving customer behavior. Having all that information in the cloud now is we're able to actually validate what our assumptions were. We're able to feed that back into the business, and we're able to start to get on the front foot with our customers and go, you know what? We know this was an issue for our customers last year because we know from the data that's sitting in the cloud. So we know that if we do X, Y, and Z this year, it's going to deliver a better customer outcome. We're going to see that increase in customer satisfaction. We're going to see that increase in net promoter score. But more importantly, we're going to see that average transaction value of a lifetime of a customer increase because they actually feel valued by us as a business and not just as a transactional number.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a customer myself, there's nothing more frustrating than when you do write into a business and express something and it just keeps happening. You just lose a customer, really. Brendan, I'm also aware that Super Retail Group specifically uses Amazon Connect, as we've previously talked about, and also Voice Foundry as your partner. So why did you choose Amazon Connect and Voice Foundry particularly to help you on this journey?
What I loved about the Connect solution is the agility to be able to do what I want when I need it. And I wasn't confined to this is what you get, as well as they're very agile in terms of taking on feedback from their customers and what we'd like to see and, upgrades coming, very open as a business about what was coming. When we made the decision to put Amazon in, we were heading into our peak. So we had a business decision to make of, it was October, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, some of our busiest periods. We do 40% of our volume from October to the end of December in the annual year. So, we had to make a decision. Were we going to go for gold and get it in this Christmas, or were we going to wait for the next year and then, roll it out over a 6-month period? That's where Voice Foundry came in for us. So we actually rolled the solution out within 12 weeks across a Brisbane and a Melbourne site, and then out in New Zealand as well. So without a partner like Voice Foundry, we wouldn't have been able to do that. What the Voice Foundry relationship's also done for us, it's built some really integral knowledge within our business. So, we work very closely alongside them, learning how to build queues, learning how to troubleshoot if anything was happening within the system. Since then, we've rolled it out to our trade direct team, and my team built that for them. We've rolled it out to our accounts payable team, and my team built that for them. We've rolled it out to our trade team in the store in Cannon Hill. And again, my team built that for them. So it gave us the ability to learn and educate ourselves to continue to grow as a business.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, a lot of partners kind of want to do it all for you, and that gives them a bit more control, but that's really cool to hear that Voice Foundry wanted to educate your teams and make you kind of independent of them in a sense.
Yeah, no, and look, that's a critical part of our relationship with Voice Foundry. And, we still engage them as a business for new pieces that we're bringing in, such as our eMite reporting solution that we're running through the Amazon Connect, the new configuration coming with callback, all of that sort of function. We'll still engage Voice Foundry, but that's, again, for a more educational piece for my team to continue to grow. The call center itself are the pioneers of the Amazon technology within our business. And, we've got our IS team moving on to the Connect within the coming months. We've got our HR Connect team also moving on to the Connect. So, we're sort of 2 years into the journey, but the rest of the business is now following that and starting to see the benefits that we get from the Connect solution and the agility we get and the insights and the analytics, and going, we want to be part of that journey as well, which is really exciting for us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited because I can hear your passion, and it's really cool when you kind of do a pilot, even for yourself in the business, and then you see the success and it's rolled out all over. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So one last question. Can you give us an example of the impact that Voice Foundry and Amazon Connect have had on your business? I mean, you've spoken a lot about this already, but anything to add?
Yeah, look, one of our measurements of success is contact ratio. So we actually measure for every 100 online transactions, what percentage of those customers contact us. And, if I go back prior to the Voice Foundry Amazon Connect solution, I mean, we were sitting at a 27% contact ratio. So 27 out of 100 online customers would call our contact center. This year, that will track at around 20%, which obviously has a massive financial impact on our business, because the more contacts we get, the more people we need logged in. Again, I just go back to the insights and the analytics that we've been able to draw from Amazon, feed back into strategic business partners within the super retail group to actually drive the better customer experience for our customers. So when we look at it, we don't just look at it from a financial piece. We look at it from a customer engagement, customer retention. How do we make that customer journey better? I mean, we don't want them to have to call us if they don't have to call us. We want to make it so our customers, have got their solution before they even know there's an issue. The other pieces that sit there is the journey's only just begun for us. I mean, as I said, we're looking at eMite as a reporting solution, which will give us real-time dashboards. It will give us gamification. We're looking at callback being turned on to actually allow customers to interact with us when and how they choose. We launched web chat in the middle of COVID. When most businesses were shutting down channels, we extended our operating hours and we launched a new channel of choice for our customers. That pilot itself has already doubled the expectations of what we thought it would from a revenue piece. This year we will look at automation of web chat. We will look at conversational bots through web chat. Already talking with the team about wisdom within, obviously, Amazon Connect, and tapping into wisdom next year to look at how we further automate to take our contact center from 2 years ago. We operated from 7 to 5:30 Monday to Friday and 8 to 4 on Saturday and Sunday. And in July this year, we will actually be 4 a.m. till 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 days a week, by using the technology. So we do a follow the sun strategy because the technology allows us to do it. We don't pay penalty rates for that. We leverage our WA site that's going to open. We leverage New Zealand. We leverage Brisbane. We leverage Melbourne. We use the technology to turn on and off sites based on state public holidays. So it's given us the ability to do everything that we had dreamed of and more. We've now got the team doing a 60-40 split work from home. So they spend, 2 days a week in the office, 3 days working from home. So our satisfaction from our people because of the solution has just gone in leaps and bounds. But we're taking them on the journey now of all of the new pieces that are coming through the Voice Foundry and the Amazon relationship. And they're super excited. Like, they look at what their customer experience is going to look like in the next 12 months, and they're excited. I mean, previously they didn't want to give us feedback because they felt like they weren't listened to, and the customer would say something and as a business we didn't hear it. Now that feedback is so free flowing because the agility of the Amazon Connect solution means we can actually put solutions in place for these customers. So we can receive a piece of feedback and we almost have a solution within a week rolled out to make a better customer experience. So they feel like it's not falling on deaf ears.
Wow. I mean, this is so cool. Connect is one of our coolest products, I think. And this is one of the best interviews. I really, really enjoyed this. Thank you so much, Brendan. Thank you for sharing. And we cannot wait to get you back next week for part 2 of our series. So thank you so much for coming on the show, for sharing all your learnings and a little bit about the partner. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, no, that's great. Thanks, Ali.